So we are talking about sustainable supply chain management for our formative assignment, and we are team two and talk about Nestle. And that was the first question.
So the main reasons for Nestle to move towards sustainable practice is the first one is consumer and investor pressure. People who buy Nestle products and those who invest money in the company care a lot about how it affects the world. So Nestle listens to them because they want to keep a good reputation and have many people buying their products. The next one is ethical and social responsibility. Nestle knows it's essential to treat people who work in cocoa farms where they get ingredients in a fair way. This is not just because of rules, but because it's what people expect them to do. The next one is regulatory and legal requirements. There are rules in different places, like countries and the whole world, about how companies should act. So if Nestle doesn't follow these rules, they could get in trouble and people might not trust them anymore. The next one is long-term supply chain resilience. Sometimes the way Nestle used to get ingredients like cocoa was causing problems. So they decided to change how they do things to make sure they always have enough of what they need. The next is market access in some countries. They really want products to be made in a way that doesn't harm the environment. Nestle decided to do this so they can sell their products in those countries and also go to new places around the world. The next is brand and reputation. Nestle knows that if they are good to the environment and the people, it will make their brand and also their company name. So this helps people trust them and want to buy their products. Next page. And the next one is risk mitigation. Sometimes, if a company does things that are not good for the environment, it can cause issues like running out of supplies or people saying bad things about them. Nestle wants to avoid these problems by doing things in a better way. The next is business resilience. So, problems with the environment and how people are treated can make it hard for a company to keep going for a long time. Nestle is thinking ahead and making choices now to make sure they can stay a strong and successful business. The next one is competitive advantage. Nestle wants to stand out from other companies, so they are doing this by showing everyone that they care about the environment and people. The next one is stakeholder expectations. Nestle talks to different groups like NGOs, governments, and some communities. They want to understand what people expect from them, and this helps them make sure they are doing things in the right way. And the next one is NGOs targeting Nestle. And the first is child labor and human rights. Child labor and human trafficking are prevalent in cocoa productions. NGOs such as the International Labor Rights Forum, Stop the Traffic, and the Global March Against Child Labor urge Nestle to address these concerns and protect children working on cocoa farms. And the other one is deforestation and environmental impact. Cocoa production is linked to deforestation, causing critical environmental harm. NGOs like Mighty Earth, Rainforest Foundation Norway, and Greenpeace work with Nestle to promote sustainable sourcing practices and mitigate environmental impact. And now let's move on to the next part.
So next part I will devote into challenges faced by Nestle in tackling sustainability issue, particularly on both suppliers and consumer sides. First, I will talk about the supplier sides. The first one is complex supply chain. Nestle's commitment to sustainable development encountered its first challenge in complexity of cocoa's supply chain, involving numerous intermediaries and smallholders farmers. Setting and enforcing appropriate standards become monumental, convincing every participant to follow to these standards is even more challenging. Second is training and education. As NASA strives to set high standards, ensuring suppliers and farmers are well equipped to meet these standards become crucial. However, the diverse and complex compositions of suppliers complicated the training process. Changing long-standing farming practice may face resistance, leading to reduced productions. The necessity of education is obvious, but the intricacies of suppliers make it resource intensive. Third is traceability. Once standards are in place, continuous inspections and monitoring are essential. However, implementing effective traceability is a challenge. The regulate parties may complain only when under monitoring, maintaining original practice behind the scene. Now we move on to the customer side. The thing is the market acceptance. Sustainability initiatives comes at a cost, and NASA faces the dilemmas of passing this cost on consumers, while prioritizing eco-friendly practice is commendable. Market acceptance become pivotal concern. If consumers are unwilling to absorb the higher costs associated with the sustainability, it poses a significant challenge for a company. Now we move on the third questions.
Okay, so talk about the third question. NASA faced challenges in cultivating coca, including deforestation, child labor risk, and low incomes for coca farmers. To tackle these issues, NASA implements the NASA Coca Plan and Rainforest Alliance certifications for a sustainable supply chain. The goal is to source 100% of coca through the NASA Coca Plan by 2025. There is about 68% of coca is sourced through the plan, with about 600,000 farmers involved. Over 1.47 million forests and fruit trees will be distributed globally by the end of 2022 to support the sustainable coca cultivations further. NASA Sustainable Coca Supply Chain collaborates with the farmers, communities, and organizations to tackle with the industry challenge via the NASA responsible sourcing standard. The goal is to reach about 100% of coca supply coverage by the 2025. And there's one of the program called Income Accelerators Program. This program is really vital because it decreases the risk of the child labor in coca farming. This program incentives and supports change to 4 key areas. First one is coca farm productivity. Second one is child education. Third one is agroforestry. And the last one is additional incomes. The program also focuses on empowering the woman and promoting gender equality. Farmers will receive training in agricultural practice and financial support to boost the productivity. Since climate change can significantly impact coca farming, NASA has plugged into the developed method of the producing food that restore natural habitats and protect biodiversity. This includes planting shade trees, which help preserve coca crops and absorb and capture the carbon dioxide from the air. To ensure child protections, NASA will provide financial incentives to enroll all children between age 6 and 16 in school. Payment will be made at the start of the school year. In addition, farmers will receive payment to establish alternative source of income, such as growing the fruit trees, keep the livestock, and beekeeping. The income accelerator program covers about 10,000 cocoa farming households and is built on the 3 pillars to promoting sustainable change in the cocoa farming societies. First one is better farming, which means that it providing training and resources to help farmers improve their crops and increase their incomes and livelihood. Second one is better lives, tracking the child labors, empowering the woman, and also improve the education system to help communities thrive. And the last part is better cookout. The better cookout means that it enhances supply chain traceability and tackling the deforestation. And that is our presentations. Thank you for your listening.